In the winter of 1590, 68 Dutch soldiers climbed into the hold of a boat carrying peat. Above their heads, a false deck and tons of turf. If anyone lifted those planks, every one of them was dead. They would stay down there, in the freezing dark, for 3 days. This is Breda, a city in the south of the Low Countries, built around one of the strongest fortresses in the region. Its castle sat inside a moat, ringed by star-shaped earthworks, and it belonged to the family of the Prince of Orange. But for 9 years, Spanish and Italian troops had held it. Breda was the key to the rivers and to the road north. Prince Maurice wanted it back. A siege would take an army, an entire winter, and thousands of lives he did not have. Inside the walls, life went on. Merchants, soldiers, the great church tower above the market square. A city under occupation, and used to it. Then a skipper named Adriaan van Bergen came to the Dutch camp with an idea. For years he had sold peat to the castle, fuel for its fires. The guards knew his boat, and they had stopped searching it. So the Dutch rebuilt that boat. Beneath the cargo they laid a false floor, and under the false floor, a hidden compartment. Just tall enough for a man lying down. 68 of them, packed shoulder to shoulder in the dark. On the 25th of February, the barge set out, and almost immediately, everything went wrong. The wind died. Drifting ice closed the river. The hull began to leak, and the water rose around the men lying in the bottom. Yearsenly decade out his sansos e John and his sitel. Law been years uniquely my homes with into hostility as Salajevich. For days they bailed it out in silence, using their hats. Their food ran out. They could not stand, or speak, or leave. One man's cough grew so violent that Expecial of Misijov still tagged each in Ilony on reels to a surrounded zoo. One man's cough grew so violent that he begged his commander to kill him, rather than let the sound betray them all. Their commander refused, and they waited. On the 3rd of March, the barge finally reached the water gate of the castle. The guards looked at the peat, waved it through, and helped to unload it. Some of them sat on the very planks the soldiers lay beneath. It was the week of Carnival. The garrison was drinking. The watch was thin, and nobody thought twice about a delivery of fuel. Just after midnight, the false deck opened. 68 men, stiff with cold, climbed out into the courtyard and split into 2 groups. One for the guardhouse, one for the gate. The surprise was total. The garrison was convinced an entire army had somehow got inside the walls, and within the hour, it was over. By sunrise, the flag of Orange flew above Breda. The city would stay in Dutch hands for the next 35 years. No siege, no bombardment. A fortress taken by 68 men, 1 skipper, and a boat full of peat. The Dutch still call it the turfschip of Breda. 4 centuries later, they have not stopped telling the story.